for watching, and thanks for joining us here in Hollywood, California, where heads have finally stopped spinning from what happened at the Oscars on Sunday night. Not that we've stopped talking about it. It's all we talk about. I feel like if they discovered a live chicken on the moon, we would talk about it less than we do this slap. It even came up at the White House press briefing today.
I want to talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock. You know, it's the biggest story right now. You saw the level of violence that was unleashed on Chris Rock. Is that something that the White House condoned, that type of violence? Do you condemn it? And do you do anything to support comedians who are being attacked and other artists? Thank you.
So I don't have any official comment from the White House on the altercation. I know the president was not able to watch the Oscars.
Oh, what the hell is he doing all day then? He's not going to deploy the National Guard to comedy clubs? Who will protect ha-has and yuck-yucks? Of course Joe Biden didn't watch the Oscars. They start at 8 o'clock. His teeth are in a glass next to the bed by 6. The other wacky line of questioning is from people who think the whole thing was fake, that it was set up. Some don't believe it even happened.
What aren't you buying?
Will Smith is
I really don't believe that it happened. I think it was more of a staged act. You know, Chris is getting ready to go on tour with Kevin Hart. I just don't see this happening.
Well, the rest of us saw it happening. What would lead someone to a conclusion like this? Will Smith destroyed his reputation on the night he won an Oscar so Chris Rock and Kevin Hart could sell concert tickets? Chris Rock and Kevin Hart don't need help selling concert tickets. Kevin Hart alone sells out like the Grand Canyon. This is ridiculous. But Lawrence isn't the only weirdo who thinks he's smarter than everybody else. One of the theories is that Chris Rock was wearing a pad on his cheek to absorb the blow. And if you look closely at this clearly doctored photo, you'd think we wouldn't have noticed he had an airbag on his face for the Oscars. One of the pieces of evidence these conspiracy theorists are passing around today is video of Will Smith teaching a kid. He was doing some kind of event. He brought a kid up on stage to teach him how to take a slap in the movies. And the kid, believe it or not, is named Chris.
Your head when I go. All right? And don't fall down the steps. Call an instant kick to the thing, So, brothers, I'll just go. There you go.
Oh, my God, they've been planning this since Chris Rock was a child. I really think I know why this is happening. People don't think the slap was real because starting like in the 60s, most fight scenes on network television look like this.
Tough luck, bad pennies. You're out of circulation. They'll melt you down in a pet.
And keep Batgirl's name out of your effing mouth. Will Smith has apologized to everyone involved. Chris Rock has not spoken publicly yet. He has a concert in Boston tomorrow. I'm sure he'll mention it there. And the most unfortunate part of all this is that a lot of history is made on Sunday, and the slap overshadows some major moments, like this announcement from actress and former Kanye girlfriend Julia Fox.
Really want to do? That's her dream project.
Oh my God, my book, of course.
Tell me
Yeah.
about the book.
Well, I don't want to give too much of it away because I'm very superstitious, so I don't like to speak of things before they're finished. But it's so far a masterpiece.
Probably, yeah. That's code for I haven't started working on it yet. Donald Trump, surprisingly, has not weighed in on the incident at the Oscars. He's focused on golf right now. Yesterday, they released a video that purports to show Donald Trump just as he realized he made a hole-in-one.
President made a hole-in-one. Oh, sick.
That's great.
There it is.
That's great. Thank you.
You guys want a picture with you?
Yeah, wow. Somebody down there likes him, I guess. Now, we didn't see the shot, of course, so there's about a 98% chance one of his assistants dropped it in there. And you won't see anyone questioning that on Fox News. If Trump's caddy, Sean Spicer, says it happened, damn it. Trump, of course, put out a statement about this. He said many people are asking, so I'll give it to you now. Many people are. There's a war. There's a pandemic. Will Smith slapped little Penny in the face. No one was asking about this. But go on. It is 100% true. I made a hole-in-one. This is great because he lies so much that on the rare occasion he isn't lying, he's got to oversell it in like a very sweaty way. He's the boy who cried golf, ironically. It took place at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach on the 7th hole, which was playing 181 yards into a slight wind. I hit a 5-iron, which sailed magnificently into a rather strong wind with approximately 5 feet of cut, whereupon it bounced twice and then went clank into the hole. Does anyone believe he wrote the word whereupon in his... That's less believable than the hole-in-one itself. But that's the latest from the legend of Bragger Vance. He finally went full North Korean dictator on us. But I'm okay with it. Even if it isn't true, these are the kind of Trump lies we can handle. The lies in the House Select Committee right now, however. You know how Trump had to turn over his White House call logs from January 6th to Congress? Well, there's reportedly a 7-hour gap in his phone records from that day. So now the big question is, which White House toilet did he flush them down? The Select Committee is said to be looking into whether Trump used a burner phone during the insurrection. So Trump released a statement saying, I have no idea what a burner phone is. To the best of my knowledge, I've never even heard the term, which is interesting because his former national security advisor, John Bolton, today revealed that he and Trump have spoken about how people use burner phones to avoid having their calls scrutinized. Whenever Trump doesn't know about something, he claims to know everything about it. Like, I know more about windmills than everybody. When it comes to things he might get in trouble for, all of a sudden he knows, hey, burner phones? I never heard of them. Hookers? What are those? Meanwhile, Trump's imaginary son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is expected to appear before the House Select Committee this week. He bought a suit at Gap Kids. He's ready to plead the fifth about the sixth. You know, people might not remember, but at various points, Jared was in charge of peace in the Middle East, the border wall, the opioid crisis, criminal justice reform, and the pandemic response team, which I think that's everything, right? I mean, Trump is like, here's the keys to the Oval Office. There's juice boxes in the fridge for Don Jr. and Eric. If you need me, I'll be on the can. Trump headlined a rally in Georgia this weekend that was not well attended. It was the smallest crowd he's drawn since the inauguration. His people claim about 30,000 supporters showed up. The reporters who were there said it was about 5,000. It's kind of sad, really. This guy used to be the center of the universe. Now he's pulling the same size crowds as, like, REO Speedwagon at the county fair. But Trump was there to support a former football star and current Senate candidate, Herschel Walker, who showed right off the bat why he played running back instead of quarterback. If that isn't God telling you not to throw your hat in the ring, I don't know what is. And then Herschel got the crowd fired up with the hot button topic of the month, critical race theory.
I'm sick and tired of them wanting to teach CTR in school, critical race theory. Can you tell me what that means?
No. Can you tell us what that means? It seems like you can't even spell it. And no Red Hat rally would be complete without an appearance and some lighthearted homophobia from Klan mom herself, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And you know what? Pete Buttigieg can take his electric vehicles and his bicycles, and he and his husband can stay out of our girls' bathrooms.
Yep. Was that a Mad Lib or something? Just a gobbledygook of MAGA nutjob buzzwords. It's, tell George Soros and them Dixie chicks if Dr. Fauci wants to marry Mr. Potato Head, he can move back to communist China. Well, thank you. It's one of the new characters I'm testing out. Florida yesterday, that controversial parental rights in education bill, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill, was signed into law. Doesn't Florida have other things to worry about, like drunk driving their ATVs into the swamp? I mean, I kind of love it's called Don't Say Gay because you have to say gay to say it. But the bill itself is ridiculous. It bans kindergarten through third grade educators from addressing topics of sexual orientation or gender identity. That way they can focus on the important things, like teaching the kids how to play the recorder. Under the new law, a teacher can't explain to a second grader that their governor is a dickhead. That kind of language is not allowed anymore. It's up to parents to explain that their governor is a dickhead.
We actually have different things, and this is not something that I thought was something that was going to be around. So this is something this is in Florida and other places, school for very young kids, the genderbread man. So this is trying to sow doubt about kids, about their gender identity. It's trying to say that, they could be whatever they want to be. This is inappropriate.
And then he ate it in front of everybody. That's Governor Ron DeSantis. His pronouns are he and haw. Really is frightening, though. I mean, I know it's funny, but can you imagine if this happened in the United States? Today was supposed to be launch day for the next Blue Origin space flight, but they had to postpone it again. The launch is now scheduled for Thursday. You may have heard Pete Davidson was originally supposed to be on the flight, but he had to back out when they changed the date. The first time it didn't work with his schedule. He's very busy trying not to get killed by Kanye West right now. So last week, Blue Origin announced that Pete's replacement would be a guy named Gary Lai, who's the chief architect of the rocket that they're going up in. So this is what the Blue Origin passenger list looks like now. It's like an ad for erectile dysfunction medication. How out of place would Pete Davidson have been on that ship, huh? It's like someone brought their unemployed grandson along. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos, who owns Blue Origin and Amazon, may have been shut out at the Oscars on Sunday. Amazon went 0 for 4 there, but now he's gunning for a Tony Award.
The greatest show in the galaxy is America's baldest billionaire. Tony Award winner Jason Alexander is...
I'm Jeffrey Bezos, and my life is Bezos.
Experience the Amazon founder's incredible life journey from his troubled childhood.
Son, there was a shipping delay.
What?
Your birthday gifts didn't make it today.
Shipping delays are not okay, and someday Mom and Pops will pay.
To his humble beginnings as an online book retailer.
Books can suck it. They're cheap and boring and so annoying, so I'm gonna sell crock pots and yoga mats, scented candles and hats for cats.
Yeah.
Books. 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 Books.
Witness the workplace drama inside an Amazon warehouse.
Boxes in, boxes out. Double check the shipping route. No time for a bathroom break. Grab a bottle, pee and shake. Pee and shake. Pee and shake. Grab a bottle, pee and shake.
And the personal heartache.
525,600 billion. That's how much I lost in my contentious divorce. Oh, that bitch.
Starring George Takei as William Shatner in space.
Flying so high, oh my, oh my.
Critics rave. Customers who purchased the Corey K Select coffee maker also love this musical. And did Jason Alexander run out of Seinfeld money?
Cruising past Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, riding through space in a giant penis. I'm free, so free, like 2-day prime delivery.
He's free.
I'm free. He's free.
Don't miss Bezos over Broadway. It's out of this world.
Buy your tickets today.
All right, well, thanks to Jason Alexander and George Takei. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hit subscribe and all your dreams will come true, assuming your dreams are to watch more YouTube videos.